Hey guys, welcome to week 2 of our New Year's challenge. We'll begin sitting on the floor. Our legs can be crossed or out in front of us, whatever feels good for you. I'm going to set the intention for us this week, which is all about showing gratitude to our bodies, just being so thankful that they're there and that they do so many things for us, our legs, our arms, our fingers. So just really incorporate that into the workout, into your thoughts as you do all these exercises. Just say, thank you, body, for allowing me to do this. And thank you for always being there for me. I'll give you guys about 20 more seconds to just breathe and really let go of today's stresses and just come back to this moment now. Now let's begin to bring some movement into our neck, taking it from one side, and then we'll bring it down, around to the other side, creating a little circle. We'll hold it here for a few seconds and then shift it to the other shoulder, and then again bring it down and around. We're going to repeat that movement, so again shift it to the other shoulder, bring it down, and to the other side. Now this time we are going to bring it down and then to the other side. And now you'll shift to the other shoulder, bringing it back down and to the other side. And do that again one more time. Now take your right hand and begin to massage your left trap. Really feel for any little bumps or knots, kind of just really apply some pressure to them. Good, now begin to squeeze going down your arm all the way down into your hand. Give your hand a couple of squeezes and now you can begin pulling on your thumb gently and then do it to your pointer finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and lastly your pinky. Now begin to massage your right trap with your left hand. Again, begin to rub out any little knots you might have. And again, begin to squeeze down as you come down to your hand. Begin by lightly pulling on your thumb, your pointer finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and lastly your pinky. Interlock your fingers and begin twisting your hands outward, stretching your arms out. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to raise your arms overhead. Give yourself a nice stretch here, taking deep breaths. Begin to cactus your arms to stretch out your upper back. Now reach up once again and repeat this movement on your own count. Do one more, and now come into tabletop position for some cat-cows. Invite some movement into your hips and your neck. Begin to just move however feels natural to you. Take a deep breath, inhale for cow, and then exhale, curl your back for cat. Do a few more of these on your own count and your own breath. begin to raise your knees off the floor and hold this bear pose for a second to activate your abs. Take a deep breath in, shift your hips back into a down dog. Raise your right leg for a three-legged dog. Bend your right leg, tuck it into your chest as you bring it forward into a runner's lunge. You can begin to drop your knee to the floor if that feels good for you. And now stay here if you'd like, but if you want more of a stretch, begin to lift your knee off the floor and twist to the right. Begin to untwist, and now raise your hands overhead for Warrior One. If you'd like, you can begin to do some small pulses here just to activate those quads. Now begin to bring everything back down, bait your knee to the floor, and go into a half split. Shift your weight forward, bring that leg back up for a three-legged dog, and then come down for down dog. Now lift your left leg up, tuck it into your chest, and then bring it forward into runner's lunge. If a spinal twist is in your practice, begin to do that now. Untwist, and then bring your arms overhead for Warrior One. Bring your arms down to the floor and begin to shift your weight back for a half split. Shift your weight forward and begin to bring that left leg back into a three-legged dog. Bring it down, and now come to your knees and begin to lie down on your back. Let's give our hips a nice stretch by crossing our left ankle over our right knee. And feel free to stay here, or you can begin to raise your right leg off the floor, give yourself a tighter stretch. And for even more of a stretch, thread your arms in between your legs and pull your chin towards your chest. Hold whatever variation works for you for a few more breaths. Release the stretch and bring your both feet to the floor. Now raise your hips off the floor, giving your lower back a nice stretch. Bring it all down, and now take your right ankle over your left knee. And again, feel free to stay here or take any other variation that feels good for you. Begin to release the pose. Take your arms overhead, let your legs stretch out, and give yourself a nice body stretch. Awesome work, guys. Let's come up to standing and begin doing some chest stretches. Great job, guys. Let's start closing our eyes and shifting our weight around a little bit, finding our center point of gravity. Move your shoulders, maybe bend your knees. Do whatever you need to do to find that place where you feel perfectly stable. I'll give you guys about 15 more seconds and then we'll begin our HIIT. Alright guys, starting off our warm-up with some skaters. Remember, we have 2 exercises for our warm-up and we do it twice. so for a total of 4 exercises. Starting our first cycle with some kneeling hip thrust, make sure that you're squeezing your glutes as you come up. Let's go. Squat surrenders. It doesn't really matter which leg you start with, you can kind of switch it around. Just stay low, stay in that squat position. You got this. Be sure you're keeping your core nice and tight. This is the last exercise for this cycle, guys. We're almost there. Keep pushing. You got this. Last round of our first cycle, guys. You guys are doing great. Keep it going. Squat surrenders. It doesn't really matter which leg you start with. You can kind of switch it around. Just stay low, stay in that squat position. You got this. Be sure you're keeping your core nice and tight. This is the last exercise for this cycle, guys. We're almost there. Keep pushing. You got this. Make sure that your wrists are right under your shoulders as you do these reverse plank marches. those hips up, guys. Only 10 seconds. Let's go. Let out all your anger and frustration here, guys. And make sure you're pivoting that back foot as you're punching. Last exercise, guys. Make sure you're giving it your all. Awesome work, everyone. Let's slow our heart rate down with some jogging in place. You can add some butt kicks or whatever else might feel good for you. Begin shifting to the right and start rolling out your right shoulder with some arm circles. Now do your left side. Begin doing some body twists from left to right. Good. Now we're going to begin bending down to touch the floor. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. Just really get a good stretch in your hamstrings. You can pedal out your legs. Place your hands on your shins and straighten out your back. Now lower everything back down to the floor. Lift up once more. And now come back down. Lift up again, and this time raise your arms overhead. And now cross your right leg over your left and come down to touch your toes, giving your IT band a nice stretch. Come up once more, lifting your arms overhead, switch legs, and come back down. And cross your legs and begin to bring your right knee up for a glute stretch. You can roll out your ankle. Good, now bring your leg back for a quad stretch. Other leg, glute stretch. And bring it back for a quad stretch. Now get in a wide stance position and begin to squat down for a goddess pose. This is a great stretch for your inner thighs and your groin area. Awesome work. You can come up and meet me on tabletop position for cat-cows. Feel free to do these on your own count. Do your last one and begin to lie down on your back. Start bringing your legs up to your chest and give yourself a really nice squeeze. Again, remembering how amazing it is to have your legs and how amazing it is to have your awesome body. Now you can begin to stretch out and settle in for Shavasana. Take some deep breaths, feel the ground beneath you supporting you, and relax. Thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate you and your body appreciates you. Thanks again for joining, and I'll catch you guys next time.